as long as I get all the fat and everything off and everything, I still have to stretch everything out and all that. There's still all that stuff to do. But yeah, like I know it takes a long time, but I know it's also done in stages. So I would do the main initial of cleaning everything off, making sure over essentially the next 8 hours, with maybe a 2 to 3 hours sleep somewhere in there.
I just want to confirm something. Your plan is to eat the bugbear meat, yes?
Essentially, yes.
Okay.
I'm cooking it for everyone, yes.
Good luck, everybody.
Oh, shit.
I feel like it's because it's a bugbear. It has worms or something. What session is this?
Of the Sunless Citadel, this is the 5th. And potentially the final.
Man, I wrote like no notes from last time.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
If you want to recap, you go right ahead. You were kind of leading the charge.
I was going to give a quick recap.
It's story time.
So essentially, we were wandering around. We came through this long tunnel. I'm gonna get my little laser pointer. So
I should look at the map.
We dropped down this little hole. We found this cool little area. There was some stuff down here that we killed, and then we came up over here, and it smelled funky. And we tried to go down this little tunnel, but it was too small. No one that could fit was bailing on us. So Solo was like, "Deuces." Dipped out, then we came in over here. With that, we walked all the way back down there.
And then we fought the chicken lizard fire snake.
Yep. We ended up fighting that, and then we came all the way back up here because Darwin said that he saw a door up here,
and then we went
to go over here to then talk to goblins in here that told us that we needed to be over here for the chief or whatnot. And so we came over here and we established ourselves for a little ambush surprise thing, but I have a feeling I fucked myself over because they're gonna come from here.
Yeah, I feel like you're not in the best place either. I'm in the rat's nest,
I'm in a fuck spot, so that's essentially where we left off.
Well, relax. Only other person that's in a bad spot is probably me, who's in the rat's nest.
You probably get out of there and get to a better hiding spot.
No, I am hiding in the hay. I am underneath it.
I can see you. They're maybe giant rats, but they can see you.
My tail is probably sticking out and wagging back and forth. It's just like, they won't see me.
So, set of questions. While we wait, is anybody attempting to take a rest?
I'm gonna try.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind. I think I'm good though for once.
All right, so
it could be the boss fight. I should probably rest.
It takes about an hour to rest, and the party has no idea when Balsag is coming back.
Such a lovely name.
So I trust myself as the lucky one. All right, so we commenced the first hour. As the party starts to rest, do they take any precautions for the return of this bugbear and his two pet rats that he thinks are dogs?
Yes.
Darwin's just gonna cover himself more in the hay so he's completely covered in the nest.
Do me a favor, make a stealth check, Darwin. Let's see how good you are at
let's hope
hiding in the
it's
hay.
better than last time, because last session I remember I was doing very bad at stealth. 11. It almost landed on 20, but it's 11.
Okay, that's noted. Solo, what would you do?
Solo is going to set an alarm. 20 feet right here. And it's going to have a silent alarm that goes off in my head that tells me to shoot.
Okay.
It's just a silent alarm. So I will also be ready in action with an arrow knocked as well for anything that steps through that door. Anything.
Okay. Anything. Bayliana, what would you do?
I am trying to get comfortable on this roughed up bed, but also preparing to do magical sleep.
I could use some magical sleep in my real life. Sleep is hard. And Kenna?
I don't think Kenna's got anything special to do while we wait. I think her focus is going to be on resting and getting some of her HP back, because she's at about a third.
Okay, so before you click the button to rest, about
I will be
a
using
half.
inspiration to reroll my stealth.
Go ahead. Anybody who's trying to hide, go ahead and re-roll your stealth.
Oh no.
That is so much better. Okay, I'm happy with a 21 over a 9.
A 13 is better than 11.
Okay, Bayliana and Kenna, are you guys trying to hide in your quarters?
Nope.
16.
Reading Rainbow?
Say
Wrong
that.
theme.
What? What'd I do?
That's a wrong theme song.
What's the theme song did I do? What'd I do? I do it
I
again.
thought you were doing the theme, Rainbow's theme song.
Oh, I haven't thought of Reading Rainbow in a long time. Okay. So, Darwin,
Oh no.
you have the front row seat, and I suppose that Solo would as well. And there appears a bugbear that you two can see that is larger than a regular bugbear should be. He's got a couple of javelins on his back as well as a morning star, and he's flanked by 2 rats that heel to him like they are actually hunting dogs. With that, everybody go ahead and roll initiative. It's been about a half an hour since you've all started to bed down.
Hold on a second. I need to
Right,
clean
so-
my keypad.
Would it be okay for a long rest, or no?
No rest at all. He came too quickly. The dice were against you. He came within the first hour.
Okay, initiative. Sorry, my keypad's being all weird.
You're good.
Keeps drawing squares. 15.
I got a 16.
I'm gonna mute myself while I complain about this.
All right. So, Bayliana, you're the first to go.
Crap, he's here. Alright. Can I slowly go towards Darwin without getting seen?
Your previous stealth check is still in effect, let's say.
Okie dokes. Darwin! Darwin!
Yeah, I was totally not muted. Yeah.
You need to hide a little better. He's here.
Only thing uncovered is my eyes and my nose.
I grabbed some more hay and just covered the rest of his face. There.
But now I can't see.
Just wait for the signal.
Okay.
Okay?
And it's like the back of it's kind of like twitching a bit, like where his tail would be. But it's not like moving a lot.
Just try to stay still. Alright?
Oh, okay. I got this.
Hope I got this.
Bayliana, anything else? Are you trying to pile straw on him?
Yep.
I don't know what check that would be. Roll a...
I think it would be a stealth.
Roll. It's not stealth for you. You're really more or less trying to hide him. If you want to roll a stealth for him, go ahead, just so I have a kind of an idea to work with.
All right. Please. 16.
Okay. I don't know if he's any more hid than he was before, but he is now underneath the straw.
I feel like you just like piled it on top of his head, and you can still see everything you could see before, but now there's just like
Big pile of hay.
a taller stack of hay on top of his head now. That's like all that changed.
It's like his fin pops up, and it's like a shark in the hay.
As Baleon just pops it back down. Please try to stay hidden.
And he's like so excited that he just keeps going. His
Darwin,
fin keeps popping up and his tail keeps wagging.
please.
I'm hiding. You're going to give away my position.
Your fin and their tail.
What about them?
They're up.
Uh-oh.
Stay down.
And he just kind of picks up his hands and just like he moves the hay a little bit and just covers his fin with his hands.
So, Darwin, you're next. If Baleana, you're good.
Yep, I'm good.
All right, Darwin, you are covered in hay.
Okay, let's see. What can I do? This is going to be unconventional. I'm going to use Unseen Servant to just make sure that I'm completely covered. Because Unseen Servant, this spell creates an invisible, mindless, shapeless medium force that performs simple tasks at your command until the spell ends. The servant springs into existence in an occupied space on the ground within. It has an AC 10, 1 hit point, and a strength of 2. And it can't attack. It drops between 0 hit points, the spell ends.
Okay, you're being covered magically by the Unseen Servant.
And the only downside of that is that it takes up a spell slot.
Okay, go ahead and burn that spell slot. Is there anything else you want to do?
I think I'm just going to do my best to keep quiet. Wait, can I... No, yeah, I'm just going to do my best to keep quiet. Nothing I can do without giving away my position.
Okay. Kenna? Muted, Kenna?
No, I'm thinking real hard. I am... Crap, do I have any spell slots left? That's a question.
Hello?
Oh, I didn't use any of mine previously. All right, that's good. Let's say that we are going to...
Hello?
We are going to prep.
Sorry.
Oh. Are you having audio issues?
Hippie.
Yeah, I'm
Sorry,
good.
no, I'm just super confused. The distance is upsetting me. I'm going to hold an action to cast Witch Bolt when he gets into our little area here.
Okay. They rolled bad on initiative, so Solo, it's up to you.
I see him. Hello?
I'm
Loud and clear, buddy.
trying to see
Okay.
how far away that is. They're about 75 feet away from you, but if you have night vision, or dark night vision, if you have night vision, you're good. If you have dark vision, That's up to 60 feet, I believe.
Yeah.
So they're close. You might see movement beyond the shadows, but you don't necessarily fully see him with your night vision yet.
Then I will
Dark
still
vision.
be holding my action. There's no way I can because I want to hit him with a hunter's mark at the same time or whatever, because it's like a 2-on-1 sort of dealio, but I can't do that because it's also somewhat of a bonus action. But DM, is there any chance, since they're kind of like the same move, it's just stacked damage, can I do that in the same move as my held action?
So the hold action at its heart is basically just like a split second trigger.
Okay.
So you can't like hold the combination of the action. It's a nice thought, but
Okay, I just want to make sure, because they were like, it was essentially just stack damage. In that case, then I'm still essentially going to be holding my main action with my short bow, and that'll be my turn. For essentially the second this dude steps, hold on, right here and crosses into my border of that arm, I am loosing an arrow at him.
all right. And
Held action and my turn.
it goes to their turn next. Balsag steps in first. If you would like to do that, your alarm sounds in your head. The words fire ring out.
So is this, since it's like a surprise attack, is this at advantage or?
Let's say yes.
Love you, DM. Bet, because the other one was a natural 1. So that's a 24 to hit.
That hits.
It's going to do, oh boy, 4 points of base damage with an extra 4 points of psychic damage stacked on top of it as I nail him with an arrow.
All right, so your alarm goes off, says shoot, you do shoot, and you hit him and his mind all in the same blow. And as you do, he immediately takes the javelin off his back and twirls it. He takes, let's say, they take...
I'm still pretty hidden, by the way. I do have to throw that out there.
So let's see how far away you are.
Balin is just staying there.
You hear
Trying
a
to keep her
whiz of
nerve.
an arrow fly by and stick this dude. Probably hear a
And
who's in my cave?
as he steps in, he looks towards his rat and he says, "Meat's on the menu, boys." And he launches the spear at your dark corner with disadvantage.
Yes. Fuck you.
For a 15 to hit.
Meets it, beats it.
So go ahead and
okay,
take
bet.
7 damage. And he will look around the cave and he just gets this really big smile on his face. And he looks left and right and he says, "Get 'em, boys." And the two use the rest of their dash movement, or dash. And
I was about to say, I don't want to hurt you.
they head towards to where they initially smelled somebody with the first set of rolls into the cave.
Of course.
But they can't attack you since they did the dash action. So Bailey, Anna, and Darwin, there are these two gigantic rats coming towards your position. They're right there. It looks like they're gonna crawl back into their nest.
Now that Balsag's in the room, does my bolt go off?
If you are in range, you can absolutely release your witch's bolt.
I think.
Yes, anger him. Get him away from me.
Yeah. All right, so we are casting. Does 21 hit him?
Yes, it hits. It certainly hits this thing.
Yeah, it's Kenna!
Ooh! 22 points of damage on the witch bolt.
You are searing him, and you can see the electricity put his fur on end, and the electricity spark out from him. That hurt. That definitely hurt.
All right, let's. That was just my held action. So please continue.
Yep, and we roll to Bailiana. Bailiana, what would you like to do?
All right, gripping tightly on her core staff as she uses lightly on it. As she looks at Grip in front of her, I am so sorry. Does a 19 hit?
Oh, definitely hits a rat.
17.
So you put your magical energy into your quarterstaff, and it grows and twists, and you bring it on Grip's head, and he just stops moving altogether. He is dead.
I'm so sorry.
Anything else?
She looks over at Balsag.
Balsag, I would say.
Balsag. And nervous. In all her nervousness.
All right, Darwin.
Darwin's going to jump up out of the hay with both scimitars, try to stab into both sides of the rat's neck.
All right, go ahead and make 2 attacks. Let's make one attack at a time and see if the first one hits.
19.
First one hits.
Second one. 19.
Good. Roll damage twice, and we'll subtract the modifier from the second roll.
All right, first one is 2.
All right, that's not enough to kill a rat.
Second one is
the second
6 minus the modifier.
The second just 6. So 6 plus 1, we just take off the 1. So that is enough to kill a rat combined. So one goes in one side and the other comes in the other. And then you kind of jolt it, and it falls down at your feet. And the poor rats are dead. Balsag is just looking around. He doesn't seem overwhelmed by it. At least not yet.
I was about to say, I kind of feel bad. Anyway, I'm gonna, as my last part of my turn, I'm going to enter rage.
All right, bonus action rage. It's fine. All right. Kenna.
I mean,
you are still connected via bolt.
Yeah, let's do the witch bolt bonus damage first, which is just going to be a D12.
Yes.
So let's roll that right now. That's 12 points of damage on the witch bolt.
All right. With that, you see him spit out a little bit of blood.
Which, I mean, is good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it depends who you ask. Balsag probably doesn't think it's as good.
He's probably like, I got something stuck in my tooth.
And staying back here for the moment, Kinna is going to take her action to cast Chill Touch on him.
Ooh.
14.
14 does not hit.
Oh, well. Kinna can't help herself. She is going to move closer.
Kinna.
Yeah.
Don't worry, Kenna. I'm gonna move a lot closer soon.
Hey, Kinna's great.
At this rate, I don't know if Balsag will last long enough for you to move closer. Solo,
I'm just wasting
the
my
party is moving in on this target.
Solo sees some action going, and so he's going to kind of breathe in real heavy like and let out a nice heavy breath of air, and you can kind of see him bouncing on his feet as he casts Zephyr Strike as a bonus action, just allowing me to move without provoking any kind of opportunity attacks. But I do that because I want the advantage on my short bow attack as I loose off another arrow, and I get advantage on at least one attack, and so letting this one off. I hate everything about this. There's a 14 hit.
14 does not hit. You get fancy footwork with the Zephyr Strike, but the shot goes wide.
I'm gonna pick up his javelin and just say, I'm gonna fucking kill you, and run up my 30 feet, just charging and screaming and yelling with his javelin held over my head.
It's got like sand person vibes.
And that's it for my turn.
All right, so he will pull the Morning Star that he has out in a ready position, and he goes for the first one in front of him, which happens to be Baliana.
Oh no.
Baliana 17, so he hits.
Yep.
And you feel this heavy Morning Star come down and do 13 points of damage. And as he comes through, he backhands it, and he attempts to swipe through a second time to hit you on your rib cage. For a 17 to hit.
Yep.
And as he hits you on your rib cage, you're going to take 12 points of damage. And he stretches out his neck so he can talk to all of you at once. And as he does, he goes, I die with honor! And Baliana, would you like to help him in that endeavor?
I feel kind of weird about this. Like,
Can I please? In a weakened state, Baliana prepares to cast Ice Knife at him. You want to die with honor? Okay. Let's see if you can die with this.
23 hits.
17. Straight in the face.
Okay, with 17 points of damage, he is not finished off yet. Let's see. Ice Knife secondary effect. What's Ice Knife secondary effect?
Secondary effect? Let me pull that up.
Okay, dexterity saving throw or take 2d6 cold damage.
Yep.
So he's gonna do a dex save. 14, which I think hits your save DC.
Okay, my save DC is +4. Where is the save DC for this?
Let's see. Typically, your save DC is 8 plus your proficiency plus your modifier. So that would put it at 14, most likely.
All right.
So
Then
it explodes.
he hits
It explodes, and as it does, the ice shards form around his face, and his neck is still stretched out. You can see the veins popping, and the grip on his Morning Star. His knuckles are very close to pale white for whatever color this creature is. These tans and the furs. It's just, he's a mess, but that did not kill him. He is very bad off, though. Bailiana, anything else?
He looks at Darwin. Darwin, no!
And Darwin?
And my turn.
Go ahead, Darwin, you're up next.
Darwin lets out this hiss like runs up, jumps onto him, tries to both stab him through the back and bite his neck.
Okay, which one do you want to do first?
Well, the one that I think I kind of have to do first, which is my action, I'll try to stab him through the back with both the scimitars.
Yeah, you can use your bonus action before your action. It's really your
Then
choice.
I would love to bite his neck first, which is, what is it called? Hungry Jaws.
Yep, just make sure you mark off the feature after you use it. Go ahead and roll to attack.
Alrighty, give me a sec. 7.
Does not hit. You do get a mouthful of fur, though. And you might get a hairball. I remember that. We had a conversation about hairballs last week. Darwin might get a hairball in game.
I feel like he keeps eating stuff covered in fur. It's bound to happen.
You're probably like filled with straw too, so you got straw and bugbear fur and whatever kind of rat fur was on there. You can go ahead and attack with your actions if you'd like.
Alrighty, 14 with 17 to hit for the first one.
17 connects.
And for the second one, 14.
14 does not connect. Go ahead and roll damage for the main hit.
3.
Which is not enough to kill him.
So this is what happens.
Go ahead.
One sword is hardly inside of his back. The other sword just kind of misses entirely. And Darwin's on his back right now. With a mouthful of fur.
Okay.
Darwin's just on his back with a mouthful of fur, holding on by one scimitar in his back that's hardly there.
But it is there and it did do damage. And speaking of damage, Kenna, is there anything you would like to do?
Kenna's going for it. She has too much pride. She runs up to his face and brandishes her spear and yells her battle cry for the Sky Spear!
Come on, Sky Spear.
Sky Spear did it!
Oh, goodness! What happened?
She rolls 6 points of damage on the Sky Spear.
Which is more than enough to kill this thing. What does it look like when you take it out?
So Kenna brings the spear up, and it's a bit of a strange thing. Like, you think a spear is a very thrusty weapon, but she's kind of bringing it down from the top, more of a hunting spear motion than anything, because it is the Sky Spear, and she does a little hop and brings it down, and it just kind of goes in at the collarbone and comes out at the kidney And honestly, as he kind of falls, Ken is almost surprised, like, oh, I got him! I got him! She's very excited.
And as he falls, he looks up to you, and his dying words are, "I died well." And then he dies.
And that kind of resonates with Darwin. So he kind of, once Balsag falls over, he steps off and kind of just bows his head.
You step off. When you step backwards, you're stepping into a dead rat carcass, by the way.
The rat didn't die with honor.
What do you mean?
We are out of initiative order. If you guys would like to attempt to take another rest.
Darwin first. Darwin, for once, is focused on the task, and he just kind of silently chops off, or at least attempts to chop off the bugbear's head.
Okay. Do me a favor, Darwin. Make a perception check.
Uh-oh.
If you try that, Kim is going to try and stop you.
Why? A 6.
You don't notice necessarily anything off. Can I roll a perception check for me too, real quick?
Alrighty.
And Solo, you roll it as well. You guys in the 6s.
Sure, what?
I swear, if it's another
well.
6, it's a sign.
Is he not dead?
Second phase boss fight.
Alright, can I roll one as well, since that was close?
You know what? Go right ahead, actually.
22.
Alright, Solo, you notice, and I want you to notice this, that Baeliana and Kenna are each deeply, deeply wounded. And Baeliana, Kenna is also deeply wounded. You two have taken some damage recently, and I do think it would show with how much damage you guys have taken. Just a heads up.
Yep.
What does Darwin see?
With a 6, you have a mouth full of bugbear fur still.
Delicious.
So pop his head around and be like, I'll recommend that you two, specifically Baeliana and Kenna, tend to your wounds and get some fucking sleep, because you look like death already, and I don't have enough energy to save both of you if you happen to keel over and die right now. So, take yourselves, and we move on when you're rested.
Should Darwin continue with cutting off the bugbear's head?
You can, yes, keep cutting off the bugbear's head if that's your trophy. I've got my javelin, you've got the head.
Well, technically, this is what I'm going to do. Darwin's trophy is going to be the bugbear's fur. He's going to try to skin this guy, but we have to get the head for the dragon to keep it to trust us.
Right.
Oh, she did ask for that, didn't she?
Yeah.
Yes,
so
she did.
So that is part of the quest. Me defiling the corpse is skinning it.
Yeah, and so I think unless you intend to use that skin, that feels excessive
Darwin's
for somebody who died with honor.
Darwin's going to
make a suggestion to you, Darwin.
Here's Darwin's plan. Darwin is going, out of a sign of respect, turn it into a cloak.
If you're doing it out of respect, then I will not interfere.
That is honest to God what Darwin's going to do. It's going to be like a nice little hooded cape.
Real quick, DM.
Skin, all right.
DM, can I come over and start doing, can I make like a survival check or a nature check or something? I hear them saying about respecting it, about only taking the skin or whatever and making a cloak. And Solo in his brain knows that does not mean that that's not how you fully respect a kill. So he's going to come over here and start prepping up a fire and essentially cleaning the meat off of the bone, off of everything, and essentially prepping up meal. And he's gonna look up and be like, you want to respect the kill and the meat, you want to use every bit of it.
Darwin is very obviously excited. Darwin's very excited about this.
Guys,
Yeah.
I'm not feeling too well.
Oh,
Just wait
You'll
till
feel
you
better after you
bugbear
eat.
meet.
Come over here into this little alcove and sit with me.
Yeah, and don't look this way for a bit. And then as she turns around, Darwin just chops off the head.
Yeah, Kina's gonna walk with you, Baliana. We'll get ourselves over to this little alcove.
Do I have to roll anything to cut off the head?
Let's go ahead and make an attack roll. I want to see how well you do it.
Well, attack roll with what?
Do you have any sharp weapon? Your scimitar. Your scimitar will work.
Let's see. Oh, fuck.
Now,
You make a cut into it. It ain't great.
I'm just gonna keep going.
You eventually will get it. It will just, there's a difference between a clean cut and a ton of hacking into a corpse to get ahead. There's a very, very big difference in the outcome, even though you get the head.
Darwin hesitates, looking towards a little help here.
I'm gonna try and tend to Baliana before I help anything.
Are you asking me for help, or?
Yeah, you're the only one that
Okay.
Darwin can
Yeah,
tell what they're doing. Okay, so
I would provide you help.
I'm trying to cut off the head and skin this guy to make a nice cloak to respect him.
Okay.
I'm gonna name it the Cloak of Balsag.
Okay. So, do you have any idea what you're doing when it comes to skinning and tanning and doing anything with making clothing like that?
I can sew, but I've never skinned anything bigger than a cat.
DM, I know what I'm spending my long rest doing, and I will be not only helping him tan this fur and everything, I will also be tanning the fur of the two giant rats as well to make myself a nice knit cap and some gloves.
So I'm sure you can start the process, but isn't that a process that takes days?
It is, but it's also a process that can be done over several stages.
You can,
as long as I get all the fat and everything off and everything. I still have to stretch everything out and all that. There's still all that stuff to do. But yeah, like I know it takes a long time, but I know it's also done in stages. So I would do the main initial of cleaning everything off, making sure over essentially the next 8 hours, with maybe a 2 to 3 hours sleep somewhere in there.
I just want to confirm something. Your plan is to eat the bugbear meat, yes?
Essentially, yes.
Okay.
I'm cooking it for everyone, yes.
Good luck, everybody.
Oh, shit.
I feel like it's because it's a bugbear. It has worms or something.
In my mind, it's almost like eating a person. But
well,
you guys enjoy your feast.
Darwin's species does that anyway. He doesn't normally do it, but his species is evolved to do it. Eat humanoid creatures. Darwin's fine. That's why he's so excited about it.
So it sounds like the party's settling in for a long rest, yes?
Yes.
Before we settle in for a long rest, I am very worried that we might get interrupted again. And so I think that you should let me tend to our wounds a little bit with the healer's kit.
Yeah, I second that.
All right.
So that as an action, Baliana will let you roll one of your hit dice, and you get that much HP back +2.
All right, what's hit dice?
Your hit die, so whatever it is that gives you your HP.
The ones you would roll for a short rest.
For a short rest.
Mark one off and then use it to heal.
Okie dokes.
Darwin's extended inventory is kind of weird. A pet mouse, gold ring engraved, an engraved golden ring, a spring blight corpse, and pretty soon it's gonna be a cloak made out of a bugbear and then its head.
Adventurers' backpacks in this game are often very, very
Weird.
eclectic, for maybe
He's
is a good word.
He's about to have 2 corpses in his bag. Pretty much. There's a dead guy's ring, Gerald the mouse.
GM, what did I see on my perception?
With your
Perception
perception,
roll?
you see Kenna is also badly hurt. Even though Kenna is tending to you, you would also potentially notice that Kenna is a little bit bloodied up herself.
You need to heal too.
Yep, I'm gonna. But, alright, so you get to use one of your hit dice.
Already did.
I'm gonna roll one of my hit dice. I will not do it after the short rest thing, because that will be... Alright, so I get 5. That's above half, which is good, but if we're gonna settle into a long rest, we should do so.
Mm-hmm.
All right, is the party gonna take watches through the night, or are we just gonna rest through the night?
I think we should take watches.
I think watches are a necessity.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that we would be able to get away with 2 watches and still have everybody get an acceptable long rest?
Yeah, I'm open to it.
Bailey honestly raise her hand weakly. I'll take first watch.
Gentlemen, does one of you want to join Bailiana, and then I'll take the second watch with the other?
Well, I'm technically cooking, so I would, I guess, be on watch with.
And I feel like Darwin's going to be, at least for like maybe a tiny bit of the long rest, is going to be preoccupied with attempting to help Solo.
Okay, so for the sake of everything,
If anything, we can take the first watch, and you guys can just take the second watch.
All right.
Yeah, that works. That works too. You guys do your cooking, and then we'll take the second watch.
Okay, for the sake of moving this forward, the night's going to pass without anything occurring. So
Sweet.
Solo and Darwin, you guys can spend your time working on that stuff. Bailiana and Kenna, you guys rest and recover and also look around for a bit. But you guys will be able to pass through the night without anything occurring. So go ahead and take your long rest, and we will fast forward to the morning as the party awakens. The darkness, the stench, and you're in a bugbear's lair, so the stench is hideous.
With
And
my fire cooking.
the other two are cooking foul things, so good luck.
I'm gonna get a fancy new cloak from this. The cloak of Balsag.
Eventually.
I'm gonna stick with the rations.
Darwin's already eating some of it raw, just like, okay.
Okay, I want to just see how good this would taste, though. A 15. How good does this 15 bugbear? How good does that 15 look, though? I mean, like, that's a pretty decent roll. What's going on with that, DM?
What's your least favorite food?
Uh-oh.
My least favorite food would probably have to be like one of those like 5-star like 6-course entrees, you know, where it's like a 16-ounce porterhouse steak, medium rare. It's like really gross. I just can't stand the idea of red meat. Terrible. Add that with mashed potatoes. The consistency of that is just absolutely horrendous. Yeah, you'd have to lose me there, DM.
So I want you to imagine this. Imagine your least favorite food, and then ask yourself if cooking it well will make it taste necessarily any better.
If I'm cooking it, yes, because then I know how I would like it.
I'm down to, if you know how you like your bugbear meat, for you cooking it well. And it probably tastes tough. It's probably you like probably take it and pull it in your teeth.
Listen, here's what you're seeing
in your teeth.
You're seeing like Solo do some shit with meat that you probably never seen done before, right? Like he's sitting there. And he's
when you started skinning a bugbear, we were already there.
Darwin. Meanwhile,
that was Darwin. Okay.
Darwin started.
Solo is just hearing to respect the kill, so he's taking it literally, and he's taking it further and respecting it by using every aspect of this body. He plans on using the tendons and stuff for different things. That's what a true hunter survivalist does.
We could use the bones. We could use the bones as kitchenware.
See, the little lizard gets it.
The little lizard is also eating it raw right now.
But yeah, so it might smell if you're looking at like, you know, like some like bread and like cheese and stuff, you might think like, ooh, you know, some like maybe some red meat might go pretty well on this, you know. But if you're starving in the middle of nowhere, right, and you're I don't know. You swallow that pill however you need to, okay?
I don't know if we established you guys are starving.
We're not! We ate like last time we rest.
You guys have rations and stuff.
Who knows?
We're just trying to
metabolisms. Someone just went into a rage. Do you know how much metabolism and like energy and adrenaline is being burnt up in a rage?
At least one bugbear.
This is so far above table. We need to get back into the game real quick.
I'm laughing because at this point you're just trying to justify cannibalism.
Listen,
how would the party like to
I have
proceed?
been watching Yellow Jackets, and that's all you need to know.
I'm fine with it because my race is cannibals. You're like what, a halfling?
Yes.
Yeah.
How would the party like to proceed now that we have had our morning bugbear breakfast?
Do we have?
Bailey wants to stick you with her rations.
Is the fur off? Is the fur and head off?
You would have very sloppily cut off the head, and we can say that you have a bugbear skin, which is incidentally the largest organ on a bugbear.
Yeah. You two have fun enjoying that. I'm sticking my rations. Thank you very much.
Would I put it in my inventory as my other possessions? Would it be Balsag's pelt or Balsag's skin?
I'm gonna let you choose.
Pelt.
DM. Are the javelins magic in nature at all?
No, they're not. They're everything here is mundane.
I know what it sounds like, and I just know that Darwin's just gonna happily walk into a room holding up and be like, I got the Balsag's head. Oh, it doesn't sound good, but it's gonna be funny. It's already funny, but it's gonna be so much more funny, like if other people in the world are catching on, just like, wait, what?
How would the party like to proceed out of this room?
Well, Darwin quickly puts...
We need to figure out where the tree is and get the seeds.
What about that? What about the...
Down the hole? No, we came down the hole. We're already down here. And we know that the fireworm place does not have a tree. We know about the dragon gargoyle room.
Wait a minute, I've got an idea.
I think there was only one door we didn't try.
Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go room by room over there, put Balsag's head in so they know that he's dead. And then that way the goblins that were scared of him won't fight us. And then we'll find out if there's any other doors. Is that a yes to my plan?
Why don't we just take the head back to the dragon?
Well, we need to find the
Try
tree.
to find the tree. Well, exactly. So why don't we just go through the one door that we saw that we never really touched since walking in here, and just go back through there and check that out. Maybe the tree's in there.
All right. That sounds like a better idea. Well, I'm gonna hold on to his head just in case they try to attack us. We can tell them their leader's dead.
Come on, let's get going, right?
Yep.
Darwin has like a happy pip in his step. His head and tail are just bopping side to side.
I'm gonna stamp out my fire and kind of make sure it's like out and everything.
That is smart.
Kenna is almost caressing her spear as we go. She's like, "You did so well, darling. You did so well today. Yesterday."
I feel like things are going a little bit. Nope.
Yeah. You bite your tongue.
Yep. Like the little Muppet dude. Yep.
I guess they went all right.
Bailiana, you notice that all of the doors are shut except for the two that didn't have occupants, which would be the ones at the end. These had no occupants your last time through.
Darwin's gonna rush ahead and just jump in.
That's rather odd. Darwin, don't run ahead.
But I want to see what's in here. It's empty. Yeah, at least I think.
There is a door. There's a door in the northeastern corner.
Ready to go in this one?
Yeah.
Can I carefully...
You can creak open the door. It leads to second door.
Can I do a perception check?
You may.
14.
It is indeed a door.
No, inside.
It's the inside of a door. Doors are really kind of both inside and outside at the same time.
I would carefully step into the room.
Darwin steps in with her.
As she opens the door again. Another one.
I just want to clarify, everybody did their long rest, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. I did, I was just making sure.
Okay.
That leads into another hallway.
I wonder where this one goes to.
And as you step in, roll a death save. No, sorry.
That would suck.
Nodules of luminescent fungus hang from the ceiling and walls and grow in clumps on the flagstone floor. The light illuminates portions of the grand bas relief carvings on the stone walls that aren't covered with the fungus. The carvings depict dragons in various stages of raining fire down upon terrified people. Soil and compost cover half the chamber's floor, which allows a variety of feeble plants to grow. A bench containing a simple gardening implements stands along the west wall.
Guys, I think we might have an issue. I think we just killed it. I think these guys are just gardeners.
And we should get rid of that dragon.
So door-wise, there are 3 doors. There's one to the north, there's one to the south, and one to the east.
And where is that little dragon carvings you said?
They are, let's see, let me see specifically. All across the walls have those. They peek out in parts that aren't covered by the fungus.
Can I find out if the fungus is bad to touch at all?
Make a nature check or touch it.
I feel like I should roll a nature check.
Go ahead.
16.
It doesn't seem to have any ill qualities to it off a hand. I wouldn't want to breathe it for long periods of time, but for the regular adventurer, it's probably not hazardous.
Look at all these little pictures.
Can I do like a quick perception of what might be behind that door right there?
Do you want to open it up?
Yeah, but can I do it stealthily?
Go ahead and roll a stealthily check.
14.
All right. So, let me give you the map. As you open it up, it's much of the same. There is fungus, flagstone, ways there. There, as you move in, there's another turn off of the main hallway. There is a door to the north and a door to the east.
But I'll let everyone else make their decisions.
Solo, is it safe?
Seems to be up here. Just more doors.
Why are there so many doors here? Like it's what's that word? Labyrinth.
Labyrinth?
Yeah, I remember hearing old childhood stories about monsters put in labyrinths so people can't get to them and it can't get to people. Basically like an underground stone maze from my understanding. This place sure as hell feels like one.
I'm sorry. Were you talking to me?
I was talking to everybody.
Okay. Prop food.
Kenna, do you hang behind in the other hallway?
No, sorry.
Okay. There is a bench and gardening implements at the end of the hallway, and there is the door to the east. 2 doors.
Because I don't know how I feel about all these gardening tools. Which door has this one up towards the north? Has
The bench has the tools.
Darwin's going to walk up to the door, knock on it 3 times, and speak in Goblin. Anybody home?
Roll a perception, or no, roll a persuasion check.
Oh, thank goodness. 21.
Nothing answers back.
Can you just slightly nudge the door open?
Yeah, you can roll a stealth check to try to nudge it carefully, or you could just kind of nudge
19 for a stealth check.
You nudge it open. You see an additional room. There are a couple. Well, let me give you the official text. Let's see. Luminescent mist blurs the edges of this octagonal chamber. Nodules of growing fungus dot the stone walls and ceiling, as well as the caps of toadstools and mushroom. Small polyps, puffballs, lichen. The humid air reeks with rot. It contains nothing but plants, but you do see a door and 2 stairways.
Guys, it's safe. Come in here.
Is it?
I really hope so, because I'm yelling to you.
Oh, all right. All right.
Solid
As
logic.
Darwin's logic, the straight up logic.
Aeliana steps in as the spores touch the tips of her hair.
Ooh, pretty. Look at
What do you mean by-
the little floaty things that touch in your hair and make it all colorful.
Oh, must be the spores.
Guys, there's steps.
The bigger question is
the
which
door.
way to go.
East or west?
That's the big question, east or west. What does the priestess say?
Gretel said
Yeah, she said a specific direction.
she told you to head east before you descended down.
Oh.
I think we're already down.
Mm-hmm.
Cause those steps look like they go up.
Alright, then let's head to the one that's to the east.
Wait, but these things go up and there's still more doors. Do we want to go up just yet?
Wait. I don't know.
I don't trust the dragons, so I say we should go west.
But Grendel is a goblin.
Yeah, the
What else?
dragon just wants the head, and Darwin just nonchalantly holds the head up, but like, I imagine it has a ponytail.
It's got a lot of blood matted in its fur from the chopping.
Oh, God. Yeah, the dragon only cares about this and the tree, and he's just like waving it around.
This is why I'm sticking with fruits and vegetables.
Bus chest. Head to tails, and I'm gonna throw up a coin.
I like that idea. I say tails. I always say tails.
Heads.
All right. Heads is high, tails is low. It's tails. So whoever chose tails, Solo's gonna look at you and be like, you get to choose which way.
That one. And he just points like a little kid, like, that one.
Which one?
The one I just walked up to.
Alright, I guess that way.
Can I quickly and stealthily peek into this door?
Well, stealthily requires a check.
18.
But, you can open that door, and it leads to a long hallway.
I will look at that later.
What you find?
Another hallway.
Anything look good down there?
All I see is hallway.
Oh,
Sorry.
it's all right.
Is it a long hallway, though? Should we check it out?
It is long. It looks like it kind of opens up off to one side. We could go check it out. It seems like it could be a quick look-see.
Well, let's do that.
Yeah, I like that idea.
I guess so.
Kinner's going to try and sneak down to this corner. Peek around. Middling stealthy.
Oh.
So,
Darwin's gonna... Never mind. Darwin's not gonna do anything. He's just gonna be quiet and hide behind Kinna.
I had inadvertently read this block to you last time incorrectly, but this I can do for the correct one this time. Dragon carved granite blocks line this chamber's walls and ceiling, though many are crumbled and broken, leaving stony debris on the floor. A huge marble statue of a rearing red dragon stands in the curve of the western wall. The eye sockets of the dragon are empty, but a red glow lingers there, providing reddish light throughout the chamber. The radiance casts an inky shadow behind the statue's wide wings. A 5-foot diameter circular tile of dark stone is set in the floor in front of the dragon statue. Runes are carved around the circular tile's inner edge.
I think it's not a.
Are the runes draconic?
Yes.
And is going to very cautiously, not touching it, approach and read the runes here.
Do you read them out loud or do you read them to yourself?
To myself to start.
It reads, "Let the sorceress power illuminate my spirit."
Darwin's just gonna kind of slowly edge into the room towards this other door and stop right in front of it.
Kina is gonna cast light on her spear. Any reaction from the statue to that magical light?
No, all it kind of does is the back part of the statue where the wings are outstretched, it just kind of highlights that area is dark. And then your light mixes with the red of the room from the statue. It doesn't react.
Can Darwin roll a perception check?
Darwin may roll 1 perception check.
1 perception check. Okay. Let's hope it's a good one. I misclicked. There we go. Oh, it is bad. It is a 3.
Between the light of Kenna and the red of the room, they don't catch much.
I feel like at this point Darwin just blinded because of how low that was. Just like, ah.
Hey, DM.
Yeah.
If I were to spark up a torch, would like an actual open flame make any difference to the statue?
It's the hypothetical that I'm not really willing to answer. Do you light up a torch and put it in the statue's face?
Mm-hmm. I do,
also, if that doesn't work, I also have a plan that is much stupider, but would probably get at least some kind of reaction.
Is there any reaction as I do it off to the side of the square?
You know, give me a second. Make a perception check, and I will tell you.
21.
Give me a second. It takes a second to plan murder.
No, you.
No.
Good, sweet.
At least it's not me. My plan was just to use Mage Hand and feel all over the dragon to see if anything happens.
Oh, you do not see anything. The statue doesn't react.
I'm gonna step on it.
You step on the... nothing happens.
I'm gonna put the torch down on it. In fact, DM, I'm gonna cast... create a bonfire on the red square. I'm gonna create bonfire.
A big bonfire comes up in that area. Kenna, you can feel the heat off of this thing, but again, it doesn't seem to elicit a reaction from the statue.
All right, Darwin time. Darwin's gonna use Mage Hand and poke both of its eyes.
You guys are still playing with the statue. It doesn't seem to react.
I just poked it in the eyes.
Well, there's a forward and stand. Can you put out that bonfire, friend?
Yeah, I was working on that. Sorry,
Yeah.
friend.
Stand right in the
There you go.
fire. I'm sure it will be fine.
I mean, I'm not overly worried about it, but it's the propriety of the thing. If the bonfire's out, Kinna's gonna stand here with her light spear.
You stand there. Do you do anything else, or you just stand looking at it?
What does it say on the thingy, Madoo?
Sorry, can you repeat what it says, DM? Something about...
It says, let the sorceress power illuminate my spirit.
And there's no reaction to me in my magical light sphere when I stand here?
The statue does not react, no. You're welcome to make a perception check to see if there's something else, but as of now, the statue's just kind of standing there.
Perception check, although I think I know what my next... 17.
Nope, there doesn't seem to be anything special. It's a statue. It's a very cool statue.
Kenna is going to reach out and touch the statue and cast light on the statue.
The statue illuminates. What part are you casting it on?
I'm touching like the beak, like just reaching out from here and touching the nose, like right here.
So you illuminate, you boop the beak, and
yeah, I boop the dragon statue.
And the front of it illuminates, and the wings and the body all cast a shadow backwards against the wall. It's got like this overall haunting visage of this dragon about to pounce, with the light reflecting on the back wall, but it doesn't do anything.
I don't like that darkness back there. Kenna is going to gently toss her spear into the darkness behind the dragon.
All right, so you illuminate the wall behind the dragon.
Yeah.
And as you do, you see a shadow jump off the wall. Go ahead and roll initiative for this poor creature.
I was about to say, what?
What is that?
I don't know.
It's dead is what it is.
No.
I think it is, but I think we might be deader here in a second. I got
We
a
don't
6.
know what that is.
Yeah.
It's a living shadow. It's meant to be dead.
Give me a second. This didn't update quite right. All right, this should not be overly complicated. Darwin, you got a 6. Kenna, you
Correct.
got a 20.
Yeah.
And Solo got an 11. And Shadow. Ooh. Oh, what's the Shadow's dex bonus? Okay. So
Kenna's is 1.
I also have a 20.
the shadow peels off of the back wall, and it starts to lumber forward around the base of the statue, getting away from that light. And it comes up to the person that threw the spear.
Mm-hmm.
And it reaches out its hand. It's almost like a black tube hanging between light and dark.
Mm-hmm.
And does an 11 doesn't hit, which is good.
It does not, thank God.
And with that, Bailiana, it has you next in the initiative tracker.
I'm not sure if it's supposed to hurt us or not.
It did just try to reach out and touch Kenna.
May I roll a survival check to figure out what this creature is?
Probably with something of this nature, an Arcana might be better, but go ahead and roll survival if you think that you have a better chance at it.
I have a better chance at an Arcana. 17.
So you would have heard at some point stories, because it would be very common in this world, about shadows coming to life and ripping apart livestock and people. Typically, a big black silhouette moving freely of anything casting it is considered bad or bad luck. So something along those veins.
Can I try to get away from it?
But I could kill it.
I don't think you can kill that.
If it touches you,
Whatever the hell that is.
It would do damage to you.
That's true of all battles.
I can't really do much because that was my action.
Would you like any movement?
Oh, apparently Slightly is a bonus action.
So, I think, I'm not 100%, but the way that I think Shillelagh works, just give me a sec, let me read it real quick.
All right.
So I think what Shillelagh does is it makes your weapon magical and changes the damage type and gives power to it. I don't think it's supposed to be an attack in and of itself. It changes the damage die to d8s, and I think it changes the type of damage, but it isn't an attack in itself.
All right, so it's the buff.
Yes.
All right, I'll end my turn there.
All right, Kenna, you are next with your 20.
Kenna feels great about her spear today. So we're going to Booming Blade the shadow with the spear attack. So we swing the spear. Bar, Kenna! Maybe it's Booming Blade.
Kenna does not hit this shadow.
Yeah, I don't. All right, let's try this. We are going to use one of my Misty Step usages. All right, so I'm going to Misty Step back here. But when I do it, I'm going to use the Taunting Step, granted to me by my Archfey patron, and so creatures within 5 feet of the space that I left. Wait, does that... Would that count Bailiana or Solo, where I was?
What feature is it?
So I get proficiency bonus, or maybe it's charisma usage. Yeah, charisma usages of Misty Step per long rest, and they come with bonuses. It's called Steps of the Fae.
It doesn't say it's so. The taunting steps, I'm reading it now, it just says creatures. It doesn't say enemies, so I think it's just an area of effect.
That's the thing, if I'm within 5 feet of Solo and Bailiana, yeah, they would probably be affected.
I think Bailiana's, from where she's placed, is a little bit further out from you, but you're right next to Solo.
Well, I feel bad, but we're going to do it anyway. I Misty Step TF out of there. And both Solo and the Shadow are going to have disadvantage on attacks against creatures other than me.
It says to succeed on a DC 14.
Oh, sorry, a DC 14 charisma save.
All right, so Solo, go ahead and roll a charisma saving throw. The Shadow makes it.
Damn, Shadow.
It's
Solo, go ahead and roll a charisma saving throw.
So, Solo rolling charisma saving throw. Haha, 10.
So Kenna poofs out, and a part of this Fey magic kind of hits you. And you don't know attack Kenna, but it just, you're agitated by it somehow.
Oh,
It's like,
didn't mean to roll that. Whatever, just rolled. Sorry.
it's okay.
I'm just agitated. What?
You are agitated by Kenna, and it seems to be affecting like who you can hit. So you'll have disadvantage on your next attack roll unless you aim at Kenna.
It's all right, we're friends. Don't worry.
Solo, it is your turn.
I'm angry at Kenna, though, is what you're saying?
You're not necessarily angry at Kenna. It's just like a magical irritation from a Fey thing. And it's at the very least distracting. It like pulls your attention more towards Kenna than the Shadow. Not that you necessarily want to attack Kenna.
Okay, I'm going to cast Zephyr Strike on myself so I can move without opportunity attack.
Got it.
I am going to run over to Kenna, and as I'm running, I'm gonna pull an arrow out and go to make a move as if I'm going to attack, but stop and hold my arrow like right next to like your hip area because I'm short. Be like, you may be an ornery bitch sometimes, but I don't hate you that much. And I'm gonna turn around and shoot the arrow at the Shadow, and also no, I can't cast anything else because I already casted Zephyr Strike. So I remember DM. I'm not trying to screw over no extra moves or nothing. This move. Hold on, I was in the spells. So it's gonna
that does let you have advantage on one attack, right? So that would make it a flat roll.
How does that happen? A 3 on both.
Ooh.
And then at that, Solo's gonna look around and turn back at you, be like, I wouldn't have missed if I wouldn't have come over and stood by you, now would I? He's just in a cranky mood, and he's gonna also like pause and be like, I'm mad, and I don't know why, and I don't mean anything I'm saying to you, which doesn't excuse it any less. But I'm mad, and I don't know why, and I end my turn.
It's okay, darling. I know why.
Darwin, it is your turn. The Shadow is no longer two-dimensional. It has extended into the third dimension. It has depth. It is a black silhouette standing and walking.
Darwin is terrified. Without any thought, he's going to push through the door and just hide around the corner. If there is a corner there, I don't know what's there. And Darwin's just going to yell out, go away, but he's going to add, like, I'm way too close to the mic, vicious mockery towards it, which is a Wisdom 13.
Alright, saving throw from the shadows. So it fails your vicious mockery.
Okay. Well, Darwin is still hiding.
Go ahead and roll damage because he failed.
That's 5.
Okay, 5 points of psychic damage is noted. And the shadow comes alive again, and it goes towards the first person that it sees.
Uh-oh.
This shadow lumbers over to you, or more glides, really, I would suppose. And you see 2 black hands reach out from this shadow and miss. It attempts to grab you, and it grabs air as you pull yourself back. And how would you react to that as it's your turn? It reaches and tries to grab and misses.
Quickly pulling away and taking a step back. Get away!
Now, when you say take a step back, do you mean do you step out of its range, or do you stay within 5 feet?
From the looks of it, it looks like I stay within 5 feet.
Okay. Would you like to do anything else?
Alright. I hate to do this, but she will cast Ice Knife at it. Let's see if it hits anything. Does a 15 hit?
15 does hit.
Alright. And 11 damage.
Okay. So, you see the ice knife sink into him, and that triggers an additional dex save, correct?
Yep.
Okay. So the ice knife goes into him, and ice into a shadow, it bursts, and it sparkles little bits of ice around him, but about half of it melts away, and about half of it kind of sinks into the shadow.
Oh boy.
Anything else?
I just end my turn there.
Okay, Kenna, it goes to you.
Kenna, ever hopeful, is going to swing with Booming Blade again. We swing with the spear. 13?
It hits. You hit it.
Oh. Fucking go.
11 points of damage.
Okay, and your spear is magical, correct?
The spear is... actually, you know what?
Packed weapons
yes,
are
it must
magical.
be because it does psychic damage.
Yep, the pack weapon would be magical by nature. So when you stab into him with that, the parts of him slowly solidify and then crumble away as he bit by bit disintegrates.
Oh. I didn't even need the boom boom for him. Well, delightful.
What was that?
The torch behind the statue is still alight.
Is it safe?
What do you think, Darwin?
I don't know.
Can I douse the torch that's on or behind the flame, or the dragon that you said is still burning?
I think it is it a light spell or a torch?
Oh, okay.
It's a light spell.
Guys, I have a confession to make.
Hmm?
I'm scared of ghosts.
That's fine.
But that wasn't really a ghost.
It looked like one.
No.
I've never seen a ghost.
Easy to be afraid of something you've never seen before, isn't it?
But what I have seen is that there's a door in the room I was hiding in.
Okay. Let's go check it out.
Alright, so out of combat, let me give you the text of that room, Darwin.
Let me go
and
back.
fallen stone bookshelves fill the chamber, though a clear path connects wooden doors on opposite walls. Torn and burned pages, bindings, and scrolls form disordered piles in the corners. So the debris on the ground is like burnt and charred books.
There's a lot of books here, but they look like somebody tried to cook them.
That's funny.
Why do I have a funny feeling a certain dragon we know has done this?
But do you really think he made it down here?
And isn't she an ice dragon as well?
Fair.
Maybe it was the previous dragon that lived here.
Maybe.
Or maybe it still lives here. And Darwin's just being weird. Just like, Can Darwin stealthily peek through the door?
It connects to the staircase leading back down to the room.
Guys, it's a loop.
Oh, for the love of...
What if it's all loops?
It can't be all loop.
What if it's a labyrinth?
It can't be all loops.
I do think that based on that's just efficiency of design, right?
Right. I mean, they can't let anyone get the fruits that easily, can they?
Darwin is just standing there in the doorway, confused.
Wanna go down the steps?
Do these stairs go down into the moldy room that we were in? Like, did we have to come up at all, or did they go under it?
It loops back. It loops back to the room. And I
What
would
are the
imagine
physics
that
there,
the staircase, that the hallway had a slight tilt to it.
Okay.
Darwin's gonna run through the way they came originally. Let's go this way. It's probably gonna lead us back.
The ghost room, Darwin. Very brave. Good boy.
Are you right, hippie?
Oh yeah.
Don't die.
Slowly
please.
dying.
Don't. No, that's not allowed. I've died before. It's not fun.
Eventually.
I've died before. It's not fun.
Can I roll a stealth check around the corner?
One stealth check for one corner.
Coming up. God damn it.
Wow, it's a long hallway.
That is the text. A long hallway. A long hallway. And...
It looks
well,
like there's-
actually, if you have normal dark vision, You would really only see to about here. Yeah. See to about here.
Where?
It looks safe.
Okay.
One.
All right.
Now, before anyone goes too quickly, remember the last time I went down a long hallway like this, there were traps.
Right. So we should stay alert, right?
I've got an idea. And he pulls Gerald out of his pocket.
What would you like to do with Gerald?
Gerald is going to run the full length of the hallway, all the way to the end and all the way back.
Make an animal handling check.
And we're going to pray that Gerald makes it. Oh, it's a 10.
Gerald takes like 10 feet of movement away from you, 15 feet, and then he starts going in circles and scratching at the walls. He seems to have lost the plot about 10, 15 feet down.
Gerald, come back. Gerald, just come back, buddy. We tried.
With a 10, he'll look at you. He'll stand on his hind legs for a second, twitch his nose, and then he'll come.
Well, we know at least 10 feet is safe. Darwin just awkwardly puts Gerald back in his bag with the corpses.
Yes, Solo?
Solo's gonna pop into a stealth and start walking down. Be like, I'm just gonna try to check and see if I hear anything down there. You can follow after me. Just give me like a minute or two head start.
Just be careful.
A dirty 20, DM.
All right, go ahead and move the path you wish to walk.
I'm gonna trudge down to this first door and stealthily peek in.
All right, we'll carry the stealth check over for the first door.
Thank you. Sweet. Perfect.
And the text of that room. A layer of soil covers the floor. Rough wooden shelves filled with a scattering of tomes and scrolls line the north and east walls, and a rough-hewn desk stands in the center of the chamber. Fungus on the ceiling provides light, apparently in sufficient quantity to nourish several small bushes and pale saplings that grow in the soil.
Are there any fruit on the saplings?
Make a perception check.
$16.
You don't see any fruit on the saplings. You do notice that there is a book placed on the desk. It's currently closed.
And are there any bodies in here?
There are no bodies.
No living organisms?
Well, the plants are technically living.
Okay, I'm gonna move in and I'm gonna grab the book and shove it into my bag real quick.
Okay, do you read Draconic by chance?
I have been practicing, so yes, it is one of those languages I do speak since I think recently.
Okay, you would notice that the title of the book is in Draconic while you're shoving it in.
Okay, and then I'm gonna pop my head back out and I'm gonna see Kenna walking down and be like, "We're good. Calm down. I've got a plan."
Oh, good.
All right.
Come on.
Hold on, I misclicked. Hey.
All right. There's a door in there. So my proposal is Kenna and Darwin wait at the door, right? Bailiana, you wait at this door here. You wait at this door here, while Darwin and Kenna wait at this door. I'm gonna go in here, and then I'll give you the go-ahead. I'll let out a signal, a loud yell or something, or you'll hear them yell, and you'll hear clatter and crushing or whatnot. Then you come in like that. Plan? Yes?
Plan. Yep.
Kenna?
Which door?
You and Kenna are gonna go into this room here, and there's a door in there, and you're just gonna stay there until you get a sign from Bailiana. And then Solo's going to look at...
Okay, I got it.
Solo's going to look at Kenna and then very seriously be like, if he tries to go in there sooner, he will take away your glory. Stop him.
Kenna's gonna look at Darwin and pat him on the head. You wait till I say go.
Darwin does like a little lizard-like purr. Almost like a cat.
Come along, Darwin.
Lizard purr.
Kenna's occupying the door.
And Darwin goes, just clarify, Darwin's here?
Yeah, it's just in that room there. Just
right.
You stay with Kenna. You just are gonna stay with Kenna because you guys are best friends.
Yeah, best friends with the boss lady.
Best buddies.
Yes. Solo's going to stealthily open that door. Can I still ride off of that 20, or do you want me to re-roll it?
No, re-roll the stealth check. We've done too many things in the interim.
It's even better, so 25.
All right, with a 25, you can crack open the door, and I will give you...
This means something's in there. DM, you gotta figure out new habits, okay? You're too easy to tell.
You see two goblins. They seem to be having a conversation back and forth.
I can hear and understand goblins, so what is that conversation?
They're talking about the grove and the fruit.
With that 25, can I come up behind Goblin B and hold my dagger up to his throat and demand to know where the fruits are?
So one, let's roll initiative.
That's a natural 20.
That's fine. You were gonna go first anyway to carry it out, but we still need a turn order. You know, when things go south.
But when things go south.
When things go south.
19.
7.
And Bailiana.
6.
All right, Solo, you come in, you hold your dagger to this goblin's throat. And what do you say?
I'm gonna just be like real calm, and I'm gonna be like, we have let every goblin live so far coming across them down here. We've killed all of the bugbears and any of the crazy hobgoblins that may have been down here. Took care of them. You guys run this place. All I want is a couple of fruits. That's it. I don't want to interrupt your business. Nothing like that. And if there's an issue, well, you're all going to die.
Roll an intimidation check with advantage.
That's going to be a 22.
He doesn't say anything, but you see his hand go up and just kind of point down the path.
I'm going to look at the other goblins and be like, all of you, go get me at least 2 fruits that you sell to the villagers once a year. 2. And all of you will live. Specifically him first. He will be the first one to live, but then each and every one of you will also live, and then we won't take all of your fruits.
Okay, we will see what they do on their turn. Kenna, would you like to... Go ahead.
I am gonna hold an action of taking a dagger swipe if anyone makes a move.
So the intimidation check would have been the action, but you can take a reaction.
Oh, okay.
If they try to leave your range.
Okay, then yeah.
Kenna, it is your turn
Did
next.
Solo have Baliana give us a signal?
Sorry. I misclicked.
Solo would have said that he would have either knocked on the door or you would have started hearing shenanigans.
Yep. And you heard neither.
Yep, so we're clueless. Solo's in there alone with 4 goblins, and we're just like, what's taking so long?
I gotta hold up.
Would I have heard Solo's chat with the goblins?
In Goblin, too.
Do you
Would I have
speak
heard all the
Goblin?
goblin voices?
Solo, make a perception check, Kenna. Let's see what you would have heard.
Only me and Solo know Goblin.
Nothing. I heard nothing.
You would have heard nothing prior to them entering. So you are oblivious.
What's going on in that room? That's what I want to know.
So Kenna, you're just gonna stay put.
I'm not door there anymore. I'm oblivious. Where I do nothing with my turn.
Okay. So
actually, sorry. No, I'm gonna hold an action to go through this door if Baliana gives me a signal.
Okay.
Yep.
So let's start with the Goblin B. If you let him go, he's gonna scramble away and start running. Do you attack him?
I do not. No.
Alright, the other goblins are just looking at each other like they don't know what to do. So
I just want the fruit.
They will... They'll just kind of line up here and look at you, uncertain of what to do. Their hands are nervously hitting against their scimitar hilt, but they haven't drawn their swords quite yet. Darwin.
Darwin doesn't know what's going on either. Is there anything I can do at all just to do
something? Yeah.
Yeah, I know what to do. Darwin's bored. He's a bard. He's just gonna look at Kenna, start tapping his little fingers on his side again, and cast bardic inspiration. Meaningless but helpful, and that's a 1d6.
Sweet.
You are inspired.
And Darwin just kind of pets Gerald and leans up against the door like nothing's going on.
Okay. Baliana?
Baliana is just leaning against the door, waiting for the signal.
Alright.
Thinking that Solo has everything under control because there's no knock and no shenanigans.
Like, Solo's the only one in the entire party that can go off by their own and nobody will worry.
Okay.
Not because in this place he can handle himself.
Alright.
I think more importantly, he is the one who would worry about the rest of us.
Yep.
So Solo, are you
So
gonna have
everything has
any,
to be fine.
are you gonna have any change in your course of action, or do you want to wait and see how this plays out?
Solo is going to walk over here. So I want to do two different things. I want my main, I guess action kind of deal to be send a message to Kenna of essentially oh no, okay, hold on. Okay, I am gonna end up sending a message to Kenna, but the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take out my bag of gold that I have, and I'm gonna say in Goblin, be like, I have 30 gold pieces. 3, you each get gold. 10 gold pieces apiece. If you go to every tree that has more than 3 fruits and take 1 fruit and give it to me. 10 gold pieces apiece and possibly more. And I'm going to send the message to Kenna and be like, come in bearing gold. And I'm going to say, and more if you give me fruit. The fruit you give to the villagers out when you go sell it to them, and maybe a fruit of other magical property. Just give me fruits. And you can live, keep your trees. You don't have bugbears anymore. They're not going to be watching over you. And I might take care of the dragon as well. I don't know yet. But just know that you are free. I just want the fruit. So you can give me the fruit and live and get gold. Or try to fight, die miserably, terribly, and probably slowly. And we still get the fruit, and you don't get gold.
So Goblin A will point at the bush, and Goblin C steps aside and puts his hand out for money. And Goblin D points at the bush and the other bush behind him as well.
Solo's going to sit down crisscross and start counting out the gold pieces in 3 separate piles. For every time they take a step towards a bush, and then I'll take one away every time they step away from the bush without a fruit.
They are just adamant standing, pointing at the current bush. And you said you gave Kenna the signal to come in?
Bearing gold.
Yeah.
Kenna, would you like to come in bearing gold?
Yeah, before I open the door, I'm gonna reach into my pouch and I'm gonna take several gold pieces out. I'm gonna come through the door. You know, I'm playing with the gold pieces in my hand, kind of shaking them. I'm gonna see the goblins. Are we buying them?
We're trying to, I guess. And I'm also saying this in common as well, so then... Oh, wait. No, you speak Draconic. I'm gonna say this in Draconic to you. Well, I figured if we at least have them give us the fruit, maybe throw them some gold. I'm giving all mine away. You don't have to give all yours away. Giving all mine away. We get the gold from them. Then they live because the goblins seem kind of chill. Got told not to mess with them. And we get the fruits, more than one, so we can give one to the dragon and keep one for ourselves. And then if you want for glory, you can kill them if you want. I don't really care afterwards.
So, Kenna, you see the 2 of the goblins motioning one of you to try to come and look into this plant, and Goblin C just has his hand out waiting.
I'm gonna throw a gold piece at him.
He catches it in his hand and he puts it in his pocket, and he points at that bush.
This is as close as I can get with my movement.
Oh yeah, sorry. I totally forgot we're in that shit. Sorry, go ahead.
Can I rather closely examine that bush?
How close do you want to go?
I am specifically looking for one of those stupid twig blights that attacked us out of the vase earlier.
Go. You can use your action to roll a perception check. Yeah.
$17.
So you don't see any fruit, but it looks like a plant. It looks like a shrub.
I'm dead.
All right, this is as far as I can go. I've got my money clinking in my hand.
All right.
I can't go any further.
Darwin?
Darwin still has no clue what's going on. But
Kenna came in.
Kenna didn't say anything to me though, just left.
Yeah. That's fair. I feel really bad about it now, but that's fair.
So Darwin's gonna knock on the door to warn Bailiana and then just run in with both swords drawn, yelling.
Okay, you see one goblin with his hand out and two goblins that are pointing at a bush.
And then he kind of stops, slowly lowers his weapons, and just looks at him confused. Not sure what's going on.
It's all good, friend. It's all good. We're just hanging out.
And he just slowly puts away his weapons, and then in Goblin says, "Carry on. Just carry on."
Bailiana, everybody has charged in but you. It is your turn.
I feel like I'm gonna make things worse if I go in that room. She just stays out.
How could you make anything worse?
I feel like you're the one we need the most now after my...
Alright, I think she'll slowly open the door. She does not know Draconic or Goblin. This is mine.
Oh, the Goblin C has the universal signal for hand out with his hand out, and the other two are just pointing at plants.
I only have 9 gold.
I'm lucky I don't have any gold. I don't have to give away anything.
Give them 3 gold each.
Only if they give us a fruit. Do not give them anything if they do not give us a fruit.
Right.
Solo, it's your turn. If you would like to do something.
Yes, so Solo's gonna pick up his gold. 1, 2. He's gonna look at this tree and he's going to look at Goblin A.
So as soon as you step there, all 3 of them swing their sword at you. And the plant comes to life and will try to claw you. So
I knew it. I knew it.
So
oh yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
Let's do the 3 goblin swings first. 21, 16, and 20. What's your AC?
Yes, and yes.
All right, so 3 blades swing out in unison. So it's going to be 7, 3, and another 3, and the little plant
13.
comes to life, and it tries to claw at your face. And it misses with the 6, but the goblins all say in unison for the grove.
Oh, gee.
I'm
What
going
did they
to.
say?
It is still your turn.
I am going to. They said for the grove, and I am going to tell them to fuck off with your grove and create a bonfire on the twig blight.
Okay. Is that normally used as an attack? It would seem like it would be a dex save.
I have seen it used as an attack, but it is a hit DC, and they have to make a dex save of 13.
Yeah, so let's...
everyone within a 5-foot cube. So yeah, it's just him mostly.
All right, so it's right on the twig blight. He's gonna do a dex. He fails. Go ahead. If it doesn't specify damage, do a D6 of damage.
It's a 1d8.
D8.
I have seen create bonfire used very commonly as a spell to attack, so that's bonkers. That's so cool. That's a perspective that you've never seen it used like that. I love that. But yeah, no. So yeah, it does have the hit die and everything. It's 1d8, which I got 5 points of damage. But my question is, I guess hold on, I have to read. Okay, no, I didn't hit it with a weapon. I am going to, with a bonus action, cast Zephyr Strike, and dip the hell out of there. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, 3. Yeah, because I already moved 2 from 3. Yeah, right there. All right. I'm gonna move right there.
So
and then
the damage on the twig blight, it catches fire and hit in the shrub, burn away immediately.
But yeah, so I'm gonna be like, to hell with your grove, and burn the twig and then dip out, and that will be it for my turn.
Kenna, battle seems to have
Great. Kenna's going to step in here, and let's just do this. We're going to cast Arms of Hadar. Strength saving throw from all of the goblins, please.
Goblins are known for their strength.
Sometimes they are.
This one is. One. I don't think it'll matter. Fail. And fail. C succeeds, A and D don't.
14 points of damage for the failures, 7 points of damage for the success. If the failures are still alive, then it is they cannot take reactions until the end of their next turn.
What does your Arms of Hadar look like when it crushes them?
So it actually looks like lightning spears coming up out of the ground. They just come up and they shake you up real good. Like imagine lightning kind of like poking up out of the ground like spikes of ice or steel or something, and it just kind of batters you around for a minute.
All right, we are still in initiative order. Do you want any more movement?
There is a burning fire right in front of you.
I think you should stay right there, right in flame's reach.
No. I'm going to... You know what? I'm going to step back now that the goblins are dead. That's a lot of trees down there, friends. If we're looking for a tree, this seems like a sensible place to look.
I guess.
It's kind of on fire, though.
One is
on fire, but the rest of them are not. We could light them on fire once we're sure they don't give magic fruit.
Let's hope they don't have any.
Solo will torch his hand, kind of like the Human Torch kind of deal, and he'll be like, I've got plenty of flames to keep creating ourselves some bonfires.
Well, let's check them, please.
Darwin's just confused.
One of them has to have something.
And it looks like there might be more down the way.
Well, let's go check.
Are we still in initiative order? I don't.
The party is still in initiative order, but you guys at least have the knowledge that one goblin has not been accounted for.
We're missing one.
That could be. I think we might be in some trouble.
I'll let him go. Chances are he's probably bringing backup, or he ran away and is letting him know that we are here for the fruit and they're preparing. So, just know we're probably going into some shit, and that is 100% my fault. I'll take credit for that one. I'll take blame.
Okay. It's gonna be okay, right?
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We'll be fine.
We'll be fine. But I am gonna go stab that bush with my spear.
Why are we stabbing a bush?
Because the little thorny plant things jump out of them.
Oh, like this, and I pull out the corpse.
Yes, that thing.
It's like that.
But the living version.
Darwin, would you like to try to stab a bush?
No, but Darwin's gonna try to enrage a bush. It's my turn, right?
It is your turn, yep.
Darwin's gonna get semi-close and take out the corpse and just start dangling it. Look what I got! Look what I got!
Do you see fruit on it?
Darwin is kind of almost like a child playing with the toy. He's looking at it with the blight by his head, pretending it's looking with him. Can I roll a perception?
Are you searching for bush monsters?
I don't know I'm searching for anything, fruit or monster.
Yeah, go ahead and roll a perception.
Boing, boing, boing. It is a 14.
You do not see anything other than what you see.
I got nothing but a smoky bush in front of me.
Lovely.
Bailiana?
Alright, I'm gonna go forward and see what I can find. And I head over to the bush here. Can I roll an investigation check to see if I can find any fruit?
Sure.
Not one.
You do not find anything. It's a very dead bush. It's very obviously a very dead bush.
Nothing here. And I am my turn.
All right, Solo.
Solo's going to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6. Move right here. And can I get do like a perception check or like a survival roll based off of the bush that tried to attack me and try to do a compare and contrast with some of these other bushes and try to see if I can pinpoint any that might hold like any kind of similarities?
Sure.
Would that be like a nature check?
Survival works.
Survival, bet.
Whichever one's better for you.
It's gonna be a 15. Not the best, but it works.
You survey everything. Honestly, all of the bushes look similar.
Solo's first instinct is to just burn them all down, but he's also like remembering the trees that he knows don't come alive and don't try to kill him. So he's refraining from doing that, but he will hold an action of creating a bonfire on any tree that moves.
Okay. And Kenna.
I am actually going to stab this bush with the idea that there is a twig blight in it.
As you step to it, the twig blight triggers, and you see little claws reach out at you. For a 12 to hit.
Save.
Doesn't hit.
Okay, so the 12 misses. Go ahead and let's see, Dex save.
Sorry, or
no, for the little twig blight. It succeeds.
Damn, I think it still takes half damage though.
Typically cantrips don't take half damage.
Okay, no, yeah, it doesn't, damn it.
Yeah.
But there's still a fire underneath it, so it does like, yeah, there's still a fire there.
There is a fire underneath there. Kenna, it's still your turn. The trigger
will take damage if it doesn't move.
Does a 25 hit a twig blight?
Oh,
no,
fuck yeah.
twig blights are demigods. They cannot be felled by your mortal weapons. Yes, go ahead.
Do that.
It takes 11 points of damage. Psychic damage.
Good on.
It dies. I don't know if this thing has enough brain power to die psychically, but it vanishes.
Good.
Okay.
I have some movement left. I'm going to. Bailiana's next to this bush, right? And it hasn't erupted at her yet?
It did not attack her.
All right. I'm going to try and walk past it.
You succeed.
that's it for my turn.
All right. This little one comes alive and runs and lunges at you, Solo, with little claws and little legs. It's a little Groot. 13 probably doesn't hit.
No.
So it attempts to scratch you, but it fails. And next on the hit list is Darwin.
Darwin quickly puts away his corpse and just follows Kinna. Let's see, how far can I go? Right here, one. Right about here?
If that's about 30 feet.
I think it might be a little bit more.
It's fine.
Alrighty, well, he's just gonna stop here and he's just gonna gently wave to the others and keep his head down. And that's gonna be the end of his turn.
All right, Baliana.
Right? Baliana sees the blight that's coming after Solo, so with a hard smack with her quarterstaff, let's see how much damage that she does. Does a 14 hit.
14 hits a twig blight. Yep.
All right. Fire damage.
The twig blight is dead.
Are you alright, Solo?
Oh yeah, I'll survive. Nothing I ain't been through before.
All right, so with the time barrier, let's say this. The goblin that you sent off appears in the distance, and he yells back at you, Solo, that he has gotten you an audience, and he's waving you back.
Oh no.
Hey, look at that. I've got us an audience.
Why?
And Lucifer, I miss Lucifer. Solo starts walking down towards the goblin.
All right, and that hits our time barrier, and that's where we will pick it up next week, which I am sure will be the finale. Although it actually technically doesn't have to be.
But this is like there's a lot of stuff happening here. Like what I feel like there is maybe a lot of experience points that might have been doled out. You know, a lot of saves, a lot of rolls and everything that were passed.
The Sunless Citadel is not meant to go past level 3.
And I wasn't meant to last past conceivement, and look at where we are 30 years
You've
later.
done so well.
Like, I'm just kidding. Have a good night, you guys.
My friends.
Hey.
Thank you, DM, and we'll see you next week.
See you all next week.
I will see you guys next week. Enjoy your weeks.
Candace.
Bye, everybody.
Good night, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.